For years, the fitness world has been selling us one story: eat clean, count every calorie, and measure every gram of protein. But then this college kid shows up and flipped everything upside down. What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about something that has been blowing up the fitness world: Sam Sulek and his crazy diet. This isn't just another fitness story. This is about a 22-year-old kid who's accidentally calling BS on everything that the fitness industry has been shoving down our throats for decades. If you've been on fitness TikTok or Instagram lately, you've seen people losing their minds over this guy. Everyone's freaking out, saying no way he eats like that and looks like that. It's impossible. He must be lying about what he eats. But here's the thing, he's not lying. We've seen the Wendy's bags, the chocolate milk jugs, we've seen the donuts. We watch him eat gas station snacks while building a body that looks like he's carved out of marble. For years, we've been told success looks like plain chicken, rice, and broccoli in containers. Suddenly, this dude shows up eating fast food, donuts, and chocolate milk. So what's really going on here? Is Sam Sulek just built different? Is he some kind of freak of nature? Or is he accidentally exposing the fitness industry's biggest money-making lie? Let's break this down. Yes, Sam is young. Yes, he's on gear, like seriously juiced. Yes, his genetics are insane. But that's exactly why this is such a big deal. For years, the fitness industry has made billions telling us that our success depends on following their exact meal plans, their supplement stacks, and their special workout programs. It's a $100 billion industry built on making you believe that if you follow their specific plan and buy their products, you'll get the body of your dreams. But here's the truth that they don't want you to know. What really determines your results is mostly genetics and hormones. Everything else is just small details. When people try to explain away Sam Sulek, they always say it works for him because of genetics, youth, and PEDs. But they're actually telling on themselves, because every impressive transformation you've ever seen works primarily because of genetics, youth, and often drugs that they don't mention. This is the truth the fitness industry can't handle. If Sulek can look like a Greek god while eating like a college kid on a weekend bender, then what does that say about all those people eating bland chicken and rice for years with way less impressive results? Think about that guy at your own gym who hasn't missed a meal in 2 years, who weighs his chicken and who never misses a workout, and who does everything right but still looks pretty average. The fitness industry always tells him, try harder, buy this program, take these supplements, you're not dedicated enough. But it's mostly bullshit. And I'm not just talking out of my ass here. The science has been clear for years, even if the marketing tries to hide it. Let me break it down with a simple example. Meet Joe, just a regular dude with normal genetics. Let's see what happens when 5 different versions of Joe train for a year. Joe number 1 does everything perfectly. Great workouts, clean eating, plenty of sleep, no supplements, no drugs, just perfect execution of what fitness influencers preach. After a full year of hard work, he gains about 6 to 8 pounds of muscle. That's it. That's what a natural progress looks like for most guys when everything goes right. That's barely enough to notice in a t-shirt. Not exactly the dramatic transformation you see in those 12-week challenge ads. Joe number 2 does everything Joe number 1 did, but adds all the supplements: creatine, protein powder, pre-workout, BCAAs, the works. The fitness industry acts like this changes everything. The reality? Maybe add another pound or 2 of muscle. So about 10 pounds total after a full year of perfect training and diet. That's hundreds of dollars in supplements for gains that you'd barely notice in the mirror. Now, let's change the stuff that actually matters. Joe number 3 gets on TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. Same training, same diet, but now his testosterone levels are always high normal. Suddenly, he's looking at 15 to 20 pounds of muscle that same year. The hormones change the game completely, showing how much of this is about what's happening inside your body, not what's on your plate. Joe number 4 runs a serious steroid cycle. Same training, same diet, but now with serious performance enhancers. The results explode. 30, 40, maybe 50 pounds of muscle in a year. More gains in 12 months than a lifetime of natural training could ever give you. And now, the version that breaks the whole system. Joe number 5, the Sam Sulek special. Same gear as Joe number 4, but the diet goes out the window. Wendy's instead of meal prep, donuts instead of protein shakes, gas station snacks instead of carefully timed meals. The crazy truth? The results barely change from Joe number 4. He might lose out on about 5 pounds of potential gains, but he's still building way more muscle eating trash and taking gear than the first 2 Joes could ever build doing everything perfectly. This is the math that the fitness industry desperately tries to hide. Because once you really get these numbers, you see that their whole complicated system is mostly just a show. You can't sell better genetics. They can't legally sell you steroids, so they sell you everything else, creating more and more complicated plans to distract from the basic truth of muscle building. Let's talk about genetics because it's even more unfair than most people realize. The average guy has testosterone levels between 300 and 1000, which the units I'll put up on screen. But that range hides how unfair life really is. For every dude sitting at 400, nature blessed someone with levels around 900 or higher. So before anyone ever touched a weight, the game is already rigged. Remember that kid in high school who seemed to get jacked just by looking at weights? The one who showed up after summer break looking like he'd been training with Olympic coaches when he really just played video games and tossed a football around? His natural testosterone was probably around 800 to 1000. He wasn't just lucky, he was basically living in a completely different body than most guys. And check this out, there's a study that the fitness industry hopes you never hear about. Researchers took 4 groups of guys: natural guys who worked out, natural guys who did nothing, and guys on testosterone who worked out, and guys on testosterone who did nothing. After 10 weeks, the natural lifters who trained gained some muscle. The guys on testosterone who trained gained a ton. But here's the crazy part. The guys on testosterone who did nothing, who just sat on their couches watching TV while the drugs did their thing, built more muscle than the natural guys who hit the gym regularly. Testosterone alone led to 7 pounds of muscle gained. Exercise alone, 4 pounds. Let that sink in. Drugs plus doing absolutely nothing beat natural genetics plus dedicated training. This isn't just some random fact. It completely destroys everything the fitness industry tells you. Every no excuses post, every hard work beats talent speech, every story about dedication and discipline falls apart when you see this reality. This brings us back to Sam Sulek, who isn't just breaking nutrition rules, he's also smashing fitness stereotypes. In a fitness world full of perfectly groomed influencers who are always flexing, Sulek doesn't seem to care. While others pose in tight-fitting gym clothes with perfect hair, he walks around looking like a regular college kid who just rolled out of bed. But there's a final chapter to this story. We're watching Sam start to eat cleaner. Low-fat milk instead of whole milk, Special K instead of sugary cereal, vegetables showing up where there just used to be junk food. While that's probably better for his health, there's something kind of sad about watching fitness culture's biggest accidental rebel slowly becoming part of the system. So what's the real takeaway? Should you ditch your meal prep and live at McDonald's? Probably not. Should you stop working out because genetics determine so much? Hell no. Training and nutrition still matter. They just matter within the limits of your genetics. The most freeing truth might be accepting your genetic reality while still doing what you can. And maybe, just maybe, enjoying a donut without feeling like you've committed some terrible fitness sin.